Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah in Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest reality TV gossip. And of course, Jeff Lewis and the Jeff Lewis After Show. Oh my gosh. For any of you that are normally over on TikTok Live, I did not have my iPad charged. Oh my God. I cannot believe I did that. So I'm really sorry if you normally watch on TikTok Live. You'll have to move over and watch it here. So, anyway, sorry about that. I've got a little bit of a cold, so I do sound a little bit nasally, but I promise you I'm going to be just fine for Wednesday and my trip to LA. Oh my gosh, I am getting so nervous now, y'all. Until they talked about the red carpet, it didn't dawn on me that I might have to pay. Like, can you avoid the red carpet? Like, that's all I need to know. Like, I am going to be what? Thank you for buying badges. Is it Mark DC? Thank you so much. I am getting a little bit nervous, so I am going to be walking into the party with some really fun chumps that always have my back. So I know they'll guide me on things, but I'm getting a little bit nervous. Like, I didn't really think about red carpet until Jeff updated us on the after show that Monroe is going to come. So if you didn't see my reel yet, he did update us. It's very juicy. Even Gage sent yet another legal letter on Friday saying, please tell us absolutely. Oh, I have them twinkling. I didn't mean to. I meant for them to be solid. Sorry. Trying to make all of y'all happy with like, we love the solid twinkle. We love the little bit of twinkle. We love a lot of twinkle. It's like crazy. Okay, I don't have to walk the red carpet. Good, because the last thing I need is for people like from E News or whatever being like, who the hell are you? And I'm like, I'm just Sarah from Texas. Like, literally, just let me inside the event. But also, what number did he say today? 300 and something? This is much bigger, much fancier than the season one premiere party. The season one premiere party was during the day. It was like 12 to 3. Oh, I forgot the name of the hotel. Some really nice hotel. Kimmit? No, I'm saying it wrong. Kissim? Some hotel in West Hollywood. It was right around the corner from Sutton's Boutique because we went over there afterwards. Super fancy, but very much a daytime event, right? This is evening. This is super glam. I will have glam hair and makeup being done. I am getting so excited. I go and pick up my dress after there. I go and try it on to make sure it's tailored just right after this. So, oh my gosh. I did the Kimpton. Yes, Anne and Gina at the Dame Sue Dish. It's the Kimpton Hotel. Not this event. But anyways, season one's party. So I am getting so excited. I have so many fun things that I'm going to do when I'm there. I will be going Instagram live for my subscribers. So I did cave and started an Instagram subscriber thing. It's $4.99 a month. You will get extra content. So basically, you'll also get a purple crown next to your name. So whenever you DM me, I'll know that you're a subscriber. So y'all know I answer all my DMs. I love getting, in the DMs with y'all, but I'll be able to answer yours faster whenever I see the purple crown next to it. But I'm also going to put up sneak peek content. I'll put up extra stuff. I put up a picture of my dog today that nobody else got to see. So basically, if you go to my Instagram page, you'll see a button that says subscribe, and it's $4.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. Give me all your ideas too. Tell me what you want to see. I plan to do a weekly Instagram live, which I did yesterday, and all of that goes up. That's more interactive, so you can ask questions, ask me anything. I might tell you things I wouldn't necessarily say everywhere. But I plan to do that every week. But special events like this season 2 premiere party, I will go Instagram live when it's over or whenever I can. Maybe when I'm getting ready, and I'll also, of course, still be putting up content on my regular Instagram for everyone. So don't worry about that. But anyways, that is available. So anyways, what was the person? Oh, we don't know. We talked about that yet. Oh, I look thin. Oh my God. You know the weight of my heart to tell me I look thin today. Oh my goodness. A lot of y'all think it's Matt Rogers, the person that he's upset with. And yes, I, like you, noticed that producer Alyssa, or executive, big wig Alyssa, I guess we need to be calling her now. She's a big shot at SiriusXM. She did post, and promote Matt Rogers yesterday with his music. I think even if Jeff Lewis is beefing with someone, I don't think that's going to affect Alyssa. promoting them. So I still think it could be Matt Rogers. It makes sense to me. I don't know about the timing. I've been friends for 3 years. I don't exactly know when or how Jeff and Matt Rogers even met, but it sort of makes sense for me there. Anyways, my dress is black, and I will be sharing a sneak peek of that whenever for my Instagram subscribers for sure. Like I said, I pick it up today, so it will be ready for my early morning flight Wednesday. I've got to pack a lot of clothes, and I can't tell you exactly why, but I'll be filming a lot of stuff, let's just say, and I have a lot of important meetings plural. I'm not sure about that, but a meeting that's going to do multiple things for me, I hope. So manifest all the amazing things for me. I love that y'all are just as excited for me as I am for these three surprising, unexpected trips in December. So at BravoCon, when I had my Armenian Coffee Grounds reading with Paul and Patrick and Snow White, he said I was going to be traveling and big things are happening and answer that phone call. I definitely answered the phone call. That is coming to fruition at my LA trip. Don't you worry. I will be sharing that with you when I can. And all these three trips were not planned. They were nowhere on my agenda. I knew nothing about that Jeff Lewis was going to finally announce his next Jeff Lewis live show. So that's the first thing that I booked. That is December 21st to 22nd. The next thing was about, let me think, a week later, a week after I got back from BravoCon, I got a DM from Shane that said, "What's your email address?" He didn't tell me what it was for, anything. I waited a couple days, and then I DM'd him back, and I was like, if you sent me an email, I didn't get it. And he said, "It's for the Hollywood Houselift premiere party. You'll get it later this week." And I'm like, oh my God. So I did later that week. So I've known for quite a while that I was in fact invited. My invitation did not go to spam. It went through perfectly fine. So I've been planning that for a while and figuring out what to wear. Paige Davis was super helpful in guiding me. She recommended her hair person to get my hair done. That person in turn recommended a makeup person. She sent me some ideas for clothes, for dresses, so purses. I mean, she is so nice to me, just like she is to Pej Badat, apparently guiding him on how he should dress for the premiere party, right? I don't do Patreon. I don't know if I should do Patreon or Instagram subscription. I think Instagram subscription seems easier, but y'all let me know. Anyways, so much is going on with that, but I have known for a while. I just wasn't able to say because I wasn't really sure, like, is it a secret? Is it not? But when it was like a week out, I was like, okay, I can finally say something about this because, clearly I'm going to be going Instagram live from LA, right? Probably TikTok is probably the only one I won't be able to go live on because I'll pack my computer, I'll pack my phone, but I don't think I'll pack the iPad to go Instagram live or TikTok live. So for that Thursday or for Wednesday, December 6th and Thursday, December 7th, I won't be on TikTok, but I will be on everywhere else. So anyways, make sure to follow me on Instagram though, because that's probably where I'll post the most stories. It's just quick and easy to do an Instagram story, right? What else is going on? I finally watched Salt Lake City episode 12 last night. Am I the only one that's noticing Mary's haircut or her extensions were off? Was it intended? Like, I don't know what was going on, but like somebody, who was it that came over to our house? People keep coming over to our house this season. Like, it's like she's whatever. Yes, you have your crown. Oh, the crown doesn't show up here on Instagram Live. I don't know why. That you're a subscriber. Anyways, I think it shows up in comments and DMs for sure on Instagram. Anyways, but somebody comes over to our house. Who was that, y'all? I'm literally forgetting. Was it Monica that came over to her house? Yes, Monica, because she says, I've never been to this neighborhood, what have you. But her hair was like different lengths, which I couldn't decide if that was just to be cool or if like her extension. It was so weird. So weird. Anyway, it's just something I noticed from it. Also at the party, it was really sad that Whitney lost one of her best friends to cancer. She was at her party, the jewelry party that she had just the week before, not jewelry, Prism. What is that? Skincare? I can't keep up. All these people end up having all these different side hustles. And then I think when they're not super successful, they just change the name and revamp it a little bit. I don't know. It was kind of crazy, but whatever Prism is, does anyone even know? Whatever Whitney was hosting a party for, her best friend that passed away a week later was at that event, like all dressed up. So obviously she'd been fighting cancer for a while, but just insane to know that she was healthy enough and willing, makes me, y'all know cancer hits me hard, to put herself together to go to this public event and support her best friend Whitney, knowing that she was probably towards the end of her cancer fight. So it's just mind-boggling and super amazing. So our hearts went out to her. That just really hit me really hard. But the fact that Whitney also got her shit together to go and support Meredith's jewelry launch, whatever you want to call it, plated by Meredith Marks, I guess. Anyways, a day after she learned of her best friend's passing was just really heartbreaking and impressive for sure. Okay, Lisa Barlow, what did y'all think of her mic moment at the end? So Whitney basically calls her selfish because she felt like she came in and gave some gift to Heather Gay or something. Am I the only one that even missed this? Like, I didn't even see any of that. Like, I'm like, what is she even talking about? But Whitney was clearly very emotional, and I guess you can kind of tell who's closer to who based on, and that's true, right? If you text somebody and tell them your best friend passed away, those are the people that you're going to be closer to, right? That's probably not a group text situation where you let all of the ladies know. The fact that she texted several of them separately, I think Monica was one, Lisa Barlow was one, that tells me that she's closer to those people than others. No, the crowns aren't showing up. Shout out Donna Bowling. Girl, I'll see you next week. Hello. I don't know what all of you said publicly. The crowns are not showing up on the Instagram live, but they show up in your DM. The purple crown shows up next to subscribers, and it shows up when you comment on my Instagram. So I don't know why they're not showing up on the live, but it doesn't seem to show up. Anyway, shout out Zuba. I'm going to meet so many of y'all at my upcoming trips. So many of us, Donna Bowling and I, we've still yet to finalize it, but we will definitely be having a Dosers and Chumpettes Collide meetup right before the Jeff Lewis live show on December 21st in Hollywood. Plan to come even if you don't have a ticket. But if you don't have a ticket, do not fret. Sadly, every sold out event always has people that have to sell at the last minute. So make sure you post in the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group if you have a ticket to sell at resale value, or if you need to buy a ticket at resale value, or if you want to pay extra, y'all figure that out amongst yourselves. I'm not involved in I'm not a ticket reseller. I'm not a ticket broker, but it is a place that you can sell and buy your Jeff Lewis ticket with each other. You just have to take your own risk with that because clearly, right? But we will be having a meetup, hopefully for everyone that's able to get a ticket to the Jeff Lewis show. But even if you don't, it'll be a great time to meet up Dosers and Chumpettes because obviously we have a huge crossover in our audiences. I adore Donna Bowling. We are very similar. Like, I feel like if I lived in LA or she lived here in Texas, we would be besties all day long chatting. Like, we'd probably not even be able to have fan accounts because we would be chatting all freaking day, right? Yeah, Sarah the scalper. Yeah, I'm not taking any kind of responsibility for y'all selling and buying tickets. But I do know that a lot of people end up having to sell at the very end for various reasons. So don't fret if you don't have a ticket, but make plans if you live somewhere in the LA area on December 21st around 4 p.m. Pacific-ish to have a meetup with Chumpettes and Dosers. What else? I did start 90 Day Fiance season 10, episode 8. I'm not all the way into it. I think there was a tell-all last night, but I couldn't, I don't think I watched it. I think I watched Salt Lake City instead. I did wake up and listen to Kelly and Rick on the Smashers, the Rick and Kelly show. I made a clip of it, but last week, I think the same night, somebody had DM'd me and said, hey, I'm at the Quiet Woman, or I was there last night, whatever they said. I posted it, and they said, I saw Alexis and John Jansen, and they were definitely on a date. And message back, no pics, no video. So I basically made a story saying, look, this is what somebody is saying. It kind of goes along with what Bravo and Cocktails is saying, that they're getting blinds, that they're definitely dating or flirting or effing or something. But I don't have any pics or videos of it, right? So Rick and Kelly definitely dived deep into it today and said she's got a mutual friend that called her the Friday morning and said, hey, last night I was at the Quiet Woman and Alexis Bellino was acting crazy or something wild. She said something. And they were definitely making out, her and John Jansen. And then she says that friend called Shannon Bedore. This is the part I don't love. Okay. Like I said, I can watch Rick and Kelly show without loving everything about them. Okay. So this is the part where I don't think Shannon would like either, since Kelly, I thought, was trying to mend fences with Shannon Bedore, right? Okay. So she says this friend called Shannon to tell her about it. Shannon calls Linda, I think, the manager, owner, whatever, at the Quiet Woman to confirm this happened. What does all that tell me? It tells me Shannon still cares, right? About John Jansen, or she cares that he's dating a former reality OC girl, right? I mean, I'd care too, probably. But the tell-alls tonight, thank you. Anyways, but the fact that whenever Linda at the Quiet Woman confirmed it with Shannon, and then Shannon seems to laugh about it. Like if you were Shannon's friend, I know y'all were on the outs for a while, but right before Shannon's DUI, don't forget, Shannon and Kelly Dodd were having a lunch meeting to kind of mend fences with their friendship, right? All of that went by the wayside, obviously, because she got the DUI, was being very protective. Kelly showed up at her door to give her some food, but Shannon didn't come to the door. That kind of made Kelly a little upset, I think. But the fact that she's kind of giggling about it, y'all go watch and let me know what you think, because I think if somebody were trying to rekindle their friendship with me and they were laughing about something that could be so hurtful like that, that would make me question rekindling that friendship, right? Anyways, and I hope it doesn't get awkward, because obviously I'm assuming Rick and Kelly are going to be at the season 2 Hollywood Houselift premiere party, so I will meet them again there. I hope maybe she'll ask me how I got so many subscribers on YouTube. If you know, you know. Anywho, I need a cough button like Andy Cohen has. So if you didn't listen to Andy Cohen live today, he talks again about how sick he's been. He's passing this sickness between him and his Lucy and Ben and all this stuff, but he keeps coughing really bad. Kelly Doll was also sick all last week and just coughing up a storm. So I just have like a clear runny nose, which tells me it's not a virus, I guess, because it's clear. So I just have that water faucet runny nose going on. You know what I mean? Anyway, so y'all manifest that I'm 1,000% better by my trip Wednesday morning. Okay, let's get into today's show. Obviously, we'll make time at the end for questions and comments. Bravo could be so messy. Oh, I just answered that, Kat. Kat says, tell me what you think about John Jansen officially dating Alexa. Are they dating or just doing it or just trying to get publicity? I mean, I don't know yet. To me, dating is like 3 months in. You know what I mean? Like that's to me is dating. But I've been out of the dating circuit for 20 something years, right? I've been married 23 years. So I clearly don't know the ins and outs of what it means to date anymore, right? Okay, let's get into it. Today was Christina Ricci. So we know from Jeff telling us she is on season 2 of Hollywood Houselift. He has totally said she's a hoarder. I guess she has a 9-year-old child and a 2-year-old child. And Jeff even says she hasn't really given anything away since the time that she had this 9-year-old, right? So we know, I have personally seen such a difference in Jeff in as far as like judging other parents since he's become a parent to Monroe, especially as being an older child where she has opinions on like, I want to keep this or I don't get rid of this. When you throw something away or donate it and then your child notices, it is the worst feeling ever. So I think Jeff is finally getting to that stage since, Monroe is 7 years old now. And he now understands how a house or how a playroom, how a bedroom can get more filled because you've got your kid in your ear yapping about keeping all the crap, right? So he's become a little more understanding in that regard, but he definitely was kind of putting down Christina Ricci for sure. They open it up though. She does her own makeup, even for like commercials and movies. I sort of wonder if I were her, I would sort of want to kick back because I can assume, I have no idea, I'm talking out of my ass here. I can assume hair and makeup is a minimum of $500 for a commercial or a movie daily. So does she get that money if she does her own hair and makeup? Like, I'm sort of curious on that. Is anyone in the know and knows? I know my friend Tamara is sort of in the business. So if Tamara, if you're on, Tamara is in the like not prosthetics. What do you call it? She's in the movie business, so maybe she will know something about that. I think she knows more about makeup and stuff like that. Oh, Michael Riley says a lot of actresses do their own because they know the tricks. Girl, I would, oh my gosh, I would be thrilled to have professional hair and makeup every day. Besides the fact that it takes so long, I would just be on my phone answering DMs or making appointments, whatever. I'd take a little nap. Oh my gosh. The very few times I've had hair and makeup done, like my wedding, probably prom, never in college. I didn't do anything fancy in college. Yes, Donna Bowling might know for sure. When else? I guess a few events, some weddings I've been in. Definitely the pre-BravoCon party I had hair and makeup done for. I think we went to a Jennifer Lopez concert in Las Vegas one time and we got our makeup done, but not our hair. I can't remember, but oh my God, I think that'd be part of it. I definitely would want a kickback though, if I'm going to freaking do my own hair and makeup. So that was very interesting. I thought she was very easygoing. I can't say that movies are necessarily my thing, right? Y'all know I love reality TV. I love the gossip. So movies aren't necessarily my thing, but she really grew on me because just like Pej was saying, she was just so relatable and like easy to talk to. But I did see, I think somebody in the Facebook group, the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group, said that she was kind of boring. Not that she was boring, but Jeff can't interview people. Like he didn't really ask her the questions. I don't know. I kind of thought he did interview her. Like I kind of liked that they were talking about the Elf on the Shelf because they both have young kids. They're both irritated by the Elf on the Shelf. Those are the kinds of things I want him to chat with someone about, not necessarily this Wikipedia story that that Doug Buden, researched that he would have asked her about. You know what I mean? Yes, Joy says Jeff does not like clutter for sure. But that can all go out the wayside, right? When you become a parent, because there is nothing like a kid begging you to keep something or to get something. They want a jacket in 3 different colors and you're like, oh my God, you only need this in 1 color. What else? So Jeff's elf is Dory. Has he said, did Dory come out this year yet? I know he talked about Dory last year, and I think Shane was going to do like all the cute little moving it and all the cute whatevers. There's so many. There's even a way on like Etsy or Amazon, whatever, you can buy probably the Elf on the Shelf. I think it was like a mother and daughter that started that whole idea. We got our Elf on the Shelf named Zachary in 2013 because I've got the book that it all came with, and our kids wrote in their own handwriting and they named it Zachary. And so we've had ours for 10 years now. So obviously our kids have outgrown it, but he still comes out to, move around with the magic and stuff. But I don't know that Jeff has said that Dory has actually come out this year. Does anybody remember? So I don't even remember if they knew if Christina Ricci's has a name. She almost acted like she didn't even know they name it, right? I'm like, how can you have a 9-year-old and a 2-year-old? My youngest is almost 14, and we had the Elf on the Shelf for her. So if you have a 9 and a 2-year-old, everyone at school talks about the Elf on the Shelf. The 2-year-old is probably at preschool or Mother's Day Out or whatever they have in LA, and they probably have an Elf on the Shelf in the classroom. So I can't imagine that she doesn't really know if they have the elf and what the name is. It was kind of weird, right? Oh, Dory came out Friday. Oh, December 1st. Okay, Mel. We do ours the night of Thanksgiving because I think that's how it is in the book. I'd have to go read the book now. There's a book that came with ours, and we used to read the book. I don't think I read it this year. No, Amy, the 14-year-old does not believe in the Elf on the Shelf anymore, obviously. But But she got it out and she did something really cute. I made a picture of it last week. She did she got 3 rolls of toilet paper and she put a little dot like it's a snowman, and one of it is propped up and the elf is coming out of it and it just sits on our counter like that. So it's really cute. I think it's a cute idea. Is it annoying as hell as a parent, especially as long as I've been doing it? I remember having my computer up my desktop up in the computer, Facebook, and a friend of mine was complaining on her Facebook status about, oh my God, I'm laying in bed at 10 o'clock and my husband and I realized we hadn't moved the elf on the shelf. So we had to go do that. My daughter walked by and read it, and I kind of knew it was up and I just ignored it. She is 22 now. We finally just talked about this over Thanksgiving. I'm like, do you remember? I don't even think she remembered it, but I remembered it because you, like Jeff says, you are lying. All the deception about the Easter Bunny, the Santa Claus, the elf on the shelf, like it's freaking annoying, but it also just adds to the stress and the time constraints of the holidays. Like the last thing I need to be doing is being exhausted and going and remembering to move a freaking elf on the shelf. Or now when we first got it, he just moved around. He was just magic. You didn't touch him. But then it became all these freaking elaborate, toilet paper. They were wrapping the stairs and marshmallows and coming out of the toilet. And I mean, it frankly became ridiculous. Let me know if you're that parent that goes to all those crazy extents for your elf on the shelf, because it's become like a pissing contest between parents, I feel like, right? Like, how much does your elf do? And then the kids go to school and they're like, my elf did this. And then my kids would be like, oh, my elf moved from the mantle to the chandelier. Like, wow, big deal. I mean, if there's any way to make a parent feel like crap, it's the freaking elf on the shelf competition of it all. Yeah, thank you. Miss Lisa Raymond said it doesn't have to be that elaborate, but I feel like kids make you want to make your kids happy. You want to impress your kids. You want them to go to school and rave about something fun that your elf did. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that parent. And it's one thing if social media wasn't a thing and people weren't posting what their freaking elves did, right? Crazy. Do you believe Kyle and Morgan's friendship? Yeah, I believe their friendship as, scissor sisters. The chemistry. I mean, don't get me started. I've said from day one that there was something more going on, even when everyone else was like, no, don't assume that. I'm not assuming. If they're not freaking obvious about it, especially now that Beverly Hills is out, give me a break. But it's disgusting, the gay baiting that they're doing to do all these elaborate things and the videos and the stories and the everything, and then to act like, of course we're not lesbians. Why would you say that? As if it's a bad thing to be a lesbian. Like, what do you say? I'm over it. I'm over it. Like, seriously. Jeff needs to stop sending her freaking orchids because, I've got a fake oh, can you even see it in my thing? You can see it on YouTube and TikTok. There's my fake orchid Instagram. He needs to quit sending her orchids. Seriously. Seriously, seriously, seriously. Okay, what else did y'all get from the show? Oh, that Christina and Jeff are going to be flipping partners? Do you think that's going to go well? I feel like she's going to be easygoing. Do y'all remember the reality show that Bethany Frankel and what's his name? Oh my God, hot dude. They just did a story talking about it. I think they did a reality. I know they did a reality show because I watched it. The guy from Switzerland, $1 Million Listing LA, $1 Million Listing New York, Frank, what's his name? Big, tall, 6'5" dude. Frederick. Thank you, Zuba. Frederick Elkline or whatever his name is. Oh my God, he's so hot. I mean, if I would turn gay for anyone, it would be, Jeff Lewis reminds me a lot of Frederick. Frederick is more positive and energetic. So I think would you F Frederick or Jeff Lewis? Y'all let me know in comments. I'm dying to know now because I think they're both super similar in their features and looks. But I'm curious which one you think is hotter. Obviously being Swedish. And he was a former porn star, and he admits to that. He did some stuff to make money when he first came to LA. Yeah, he sure did. Sure enough. Neither, Christina says. Neither. Wait, who's Fred? Oh, Frederick. Yeah. Oh, his high kick. I love Frederick's high kick. Oh my gosh. Frederick isn't cute? Who said that? Isn't it funny? Aya BB. Oh my gosh, it's so funny how people can have different opinions about people. So y'all say Jeff. Okay. Wouldn't F either. It's too much work for them. Amen, Amy. I mean, effing is different than dating or marrying them, right? Of course, maybe I'd marry them because they're both rich. My husband's gonna be like, you're gonna marry two gay guys? Like, what the hell? Oh my gosh. That reminds me of the crazy crap that's going on over on Reddit. It's hilarious the stuff that y'all send me. Now they're arguing on Reddit. I guess there's always been this Juicy Scoop snark group, message board, account, whatever you want to call it. Now there's a Jeff Lewis snark group. I literally have never had a Reddit account. Like, I didn't even understand it until a few months ago with all the Heather stuff when y'all would send me this Juicy Scoop snark stuff. Y'all send me pictures of it. Now they literally argue amongst themselves if I'm lying or not, if I even have a Reddit account. They were accusing some girl the other day. I think it's a girl. You know, the names on there are like user 5042. So what, I don't know if it was a girl or guy. They were accusing a Reddit account. They were like, okay, Sarah, we see you. You know, we can see the history. And I'm like, I'm literally not even lying about that. Like, y'all, there's a lot of things I am. I'm fun. I'm energetic. I'm obnoxious. I'm not a liar. I have never had a Reddit account. I don't even know, is it an app? Is it a website? I don't even know. And the fact that people are wasting their time on me and then arguing whether I have a Reddit account or not, and they're accusing this other account of being me. I'm like, y'all, I keep up with all my social media at Jeff Lewis Obsessed myself. Annie doesn't do any of my comments or liking any of that. She helps me produce my amazing reels, which there won't be one today, only because I'm just giving myself time to get ready for my trip on Wednesday morning. But so that's the only reason there's not a reel. No drama there. But she does that for me. She doesn't answer it. So I'm answering Facebook group, Facebook page comments, DMs, the private messages, the YouTube comments, the Instagram comments, the YouTube comments. It's a lot. I mean, the fact that I'm going to start a Reddit account for that garbage, no, thank you. But the fact that they're arguing, the fact that they think I'm lying about that, I'm like, oh my God. And now someone said today that they think Gage is probably worried about me being at the red carpet. Thank you for the thumbs up. I think that's on Facebook. That Gage is probably worried about me. Trust me, if Gage can spend all of this money on attorneys, he can spend $1,000 doing a security check or whatever they need to do on me. I am crazy by the book. I mean, first of all, I get checked every year for being a volunteer at the schools. I'm a mentor at schools. I was an elementary school teacher for 5 years. I am checked like crazy. I can't tell you how on the up and up I am. So the fact that people think or want to make believe that chumps have blocked me, that chumps and their associates, somebody said, have blocked me. And I think they said something else. I'm like, it's so ridiculous. Like, why don't they take 2 seconds and look at who follows me on Instagram? They're not following me on Instagram because they're afraid of me. Like, that's the most bizarre waste of their time. Like, truly, they say I'm obsessed. I mean, they're pretty obsessed with me. It's crazy. Thank you so much. Kelly says, I have your back 10,000%. These people need to stop. Y'all are amazing. And it's so true. It is not worth it. I do try to ignore most of it, but I finally did block that fake Krista Lamas Instagram account that kept being so rude to me on the Jeff Lewis coffee pictures. I let her keep being rude to me, like, you show your own colors, whatever, being so dumb. But when he or she, whoever it is, got on my Instagram live last week, I'm like, I'm blocking you because, like, I don't need your garbage. You know what I mean? And for one thing, it takes a lot to be blocked by Sarah in Texas because I don't block very easily. Like, all the people that have blocked me, I never even followed them for one thing, which is kind of comical, if anything. Yeah, Zuba, if he was concerned, I don't know what you said, but yeah, trust me, You know, trust me, Jeff would spend a little money on Marlowe, his attorney, if he felt like there was any reason to not absolutely trust me. And I'm pretty sure I wouldn't get a personal invite to season 1 and season 2 premiere party, right? They said Luna is a robot. Are you kidding me? I hope you're not kidding. That's literally insane that my dog is fake. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go back to much more fun things. Y'all got me sidetracked for some reason. Oh, Jennifer says I've been accused twice of being you. See what I mean? That's so insane. It's crazy. And yet they're the ones saying that I'm obsessed. And then someone sent me a thing today that they're like, oh, she's going here, she's going there, she's going there. Y'all, if you got personally invited to be a guest of a 10,000, thank you, Kelly, for buying a badge, to be invited to this $10,000 dinner in New York City at Christmas time, I mean, would you not say yes? If you got personally invited to go to the season 2 premiere party, would you not go? If you got told of an announcement for a Jeff Lewis Live show that they haven't had one since November 2021 when you were there last, I mean, of course I'm booking those tickets. And y'all don't need to know my finances, but trust me, we're good. Like, I'm not asking y'all if you want to book a cameo for me for $15, that would be amazing to help finance these 3 very last minute trips, or, pay for my Instagram live at $4.99 a month. I would very much appreciate it. But those are the only things I've ever done to earn money on this stuff besides normal stuff like badges and views. You know what I mean? Like Instagram and YouTube, whatever can pay you for views. I don't have anything else helping me with this, but these 3 last minute trips, they're expensive because the flights are more expensive this last minute. It's Christmas time. So the hotel in New York is reasonable. I'm staying at the same hotel that the guests invited me at, and that way we can just hang out easier. And it was actually reasonable. So anyways, I mean, it's still extra money. It's still money that I didn't expect to spend in very last minute. You know what I mean? But yes. Yes, Sunny Nigro. I hope you will still share with us how all your events go and not just your subscribers. Absolutely. I will give my subscribers sneak peeks and information beforehand and things like that, but I will definitely still be with y'all. And obviously, all my weekday lives and my podcast is still free. Okay, so there's nothing about that that's changing. And of course, I'll chat about things, but that'll be Thursday, right? I'm going to go Instagram Live Wednesday after the event. The event is, well, I won't say the time. The event is a time on Wednesday, December 6th, but we're already talking about after party stuff. So I don't know what time it'll be. I can't make a schedule for the Instagram Live for my subscribers yet because I don't know what time it'll be. But make sure you hit on my, for subscribers or not, on my Instagram page, there's an upper right button that's like a bell, and hit the button that says get notified when I post or story or go live. And then it'll come up on your phone for you when I do. But also, just like my normal lives, my subscriber one will go up as a replay also. So even if you don't hit it live and get to ask me anything, you will get to see it. There's a crown on my main page, and that will be like my live from yesterday for 30 minutes is on there. So anyways, have you previously met the person that invited you to the dinner? No, I have not met her. It's her and her husband. I've never met them. And they just said, if you can get to New York City, you can come with us. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm just dying. Okay, what else? My nose is starting to run. I did not bring a Kleenex up here with me. Ah! So hopefully there's no snot running down my nose. Who do y'all think the Grudge is from 28 years ago? I think they were trying to figure out. Jeff kind of said it on the after show, but I didn't even know who the actor was. Does anyone know who that was? Thank you, Plumeria. Says, Sarah, never apologize for going to these awesome events. I won't apologize because I fund this myself. I'm the one that takes the time to figure out what I'm going to wear and to make it work with my family's schedule. And, everything is good there. My kids don't give a rat's ass about this Jeff Lewis stuff or my husband, but they're excited that I'm excited for this hobby. You know what I mean? So It's all good. Like, I love sharing it with y'all, but I would go to this stuff whether I had a fan account or not. I'm just more invited because I do have a fan account, probably, right? You know, anyways. Yes, the subscriber option is brand new, fashionista. I just did it yesterday, Christina. It's on Instagram only. So as of yesterday, YouTube has an option, and I'm probably going to start something on there soon when they give me that feature back. They banned me for 3 months of making money on YouTube. Don't get me started on that. But on Instagram, it's $4.99 a month, and I think I'm just going to actually keep it there just because I think it's easy. But I'll just take y'all's advice if it should be Patreon. It just won't be multiple things, I don't think, unless this big meeting that I have next Wednesday, and people might be guiding me on my business adventure. So y'all just, have a little grace. It's all a learning curve. I don't know what this fan account is growing into, but I thank you because I do spend a lot of time and money and energy doing this, and I love it. But if I can finally be financially rewarded for it a tiny bit, it does make it easier to explain to the hubs, hey, I want to go on this last minute trip in 2 weeks. Yes, the flight is very expensive. Because even when I have Southwest rewards, you have to know that these last minute flights cost me a lot more of my rewards. So I have flown from Houston to LA before for like 10,000 points there and back. A lot of my flights are like 28,000, 40,000, 60,000 because they're at more expensive times of the year. So even if I have enough points, which I've earned from flying and spending money, it still costs me a lot more, right? So anyways, okay, real quick, we only have like 3 more minutes. Are you excited? Did you see my story on the after show? No, not on the after show. Where did he share this? On the after show or the regular show that Gage, he is going to bring Monroe to the premiere party. And now she's a little bit nervous about doing the red carpet. And he thinks it's because maybe Gage has put things into her brain about being a little bit nervous, which is kind of sad, right? Crazy. Sierra Thomas says, I hope you are writing this off on your taxes. I don't know anything about the business part of this. I don't have an LLC or a DBA doing business as, but that's one of the things this meeting is going to do is they're going to guide me on all that. Because, in Houston, I think in LA, a lot more people know about like having a social media account and all the write-offs and stuff. At this point, it's just all out of our pocket and we don't know anything about all that stuff. Sunny Nigro says, I'm glad he's cutting off the extra child support. Yeah, so he's got like $100,000. So what do y'all think about the loan that I think is still outstanding? So to me, this is where I don't love. If Jeff has a loan from Gage, he needs to pay that off fully. He needs to write one big fat check and be done with that. I think from what I remember last year is he was saying he still has this outstanding loan, but during COVID, he was doubling, which I thought was 2,500. Is that what y'all remember what it was? I thought he had said 2,500 and he had doubled it to 5,000, which I've always said that's not a ton of money, y'all. I mean, $5,000 does not go very far in any city, but especially LA. And I don't know what apartment building Gage lives in, but they've said it's very expensive, very expensive. Why hasn't he paid it? I don't know. He pays more than that, I'm sure. But I thought that's what he told us was 2,500. Y'all tell me in comments what you remember. I think he told us around December-ish of last year that he was doubling the money, that the child support money on his own, but then that he also has to pay off this loan that he has, right? He says he has $100,000 credit, not $150,000 is what I heard anyways. But then again, I was taking a shower and getting ready, so I might have misheard it. In Texas, it's 20% of your salary. Child support is? Yeah, I think it was 2,500 too. That's what I remember. Yes, Brenda says on YouTube, Monroe is excited to walk the red carpet. She was practicing poses, sad that she's nervous now. And maybe that'll change by Wednesday. I mean, with a 7-year-old, she could get there and see the lights. First of all, it sounds kind of like what Andy Cohen talks about with Ben. You can tell them what's going to happen, but then you can get nervous about it whenever it happens, right? So Anyways, and we'll go about 5 minutes late because today was so much. The Jeff Lewis after show was Pej Vidot and Doug Buden. They really talked a lot about a lot of good stuff. I love that Pej is such a fan of Jeff, and he really cares about all the details that's going on in Jeff's life, right? Also, Christina Ricci was a big fan. Her and her sister used to watch Flipping Out, so I sort of love that. But Doug shares with us that the widow, his mom, used to smoke cigarettes, but when she quit smoking cigarettes, she smoked cigars for a little bit. And then Pej admits he loves smoking a cigar, which actually doesn't surprise me. Of all chumps, I can totally see Pej smoking a cigar. I can also see Paige Davis, and now I'm going to ask her next Wednesday when I see her if she smokes cigars. I don't know why I think she would smoke a cigar. Just feels like something she would do. Halom says, do we think Gage is with Scott now to be able to raise another baby? Seems like he can't afford to do the process on his own now. I don't know. I almost think that it's not for that reason, but I do think that the fact that Scott was going to be a dad, that they probably saw each other at the gym, saw each other at the apartment that they lived in, the building they lived in together, saw each other at that shopping strip. What's the shopping strip? The shopping strip they would see each other at. And maybe the fact that they were going to be single dads, that, they kind of started talking and now they're dating. I don't know. The Grove, that's what it's called, the Grove. Oh, Lady Grace said, I just hated the picture they posted of Gage holding Stone. Well, and then y'all sent me, because y'all know, Gage has me blocked, Scott has me blocked. They posted a picture of themselves this weekend of the two of them with Stone in the picture, which I think is interesting because I wonder if Gage has strong feelings, maybe not because it's not his bio son, but he clearly came to the realization that he didn't want Monroe put on social media, although they were on, she was on there from the second she was born. And then the fact that they pose now with Scott and Stone, right, without covering his face. Will Scott get tired of Gage? I mean, who knows? I guess anyone's relationship could end any time. We never know anything about that. I think if they chose to do this kind of relationship and get Monroe involved and Stone involved, I think they're taking it pretty seriously, but I don't really know, right? Christy, if they're so happy, why such vitriol? Their joy is unfortunately not real. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Lady Grace, wonder if Gage is as helicopterish with Stone. I mean, Stone's only like 7, 8 months, so he's so young now that I think it makes a big difference. It's almost like the Andy Cohen thing. Andy Cohen decides to stop showing his kids once their faces are kind of more set and like you're going to look like you're going to look at 5 and then 9 and then 11 and, as an adult. So that's whenever Andy Cohen makes it. So it kind of makes sense to me that he would show him as a baby, but maybe not when he gets older. Oh, Selena says, who's Monroe's biological father? Jeff Lewis is her biological father. And if you look closely, you will absolutely see it. And we think our beloved Donna Bowling, no, I'm kidding, is her egg donor because she looks just like her. Donna Bowling looks like a lot of people, though. She gets a lot of people's names that she looks like. What's her name? The girl from Family Matters, not Family Matters. The Burris girl. What's her name? Anyway, she gets a lot of things, but people always DM me about her looking like Monroe Lewis for sure. Okay, what else? They talked about college debt and all these fancy colleges that people can go to. Doug definitely knows, he grew up in New York City. His dad was an attorney. His mom has always worked. His mom just retired last year at like 86 years old. So that's very impressive. Oh, Donna looks like Bethany Frankel. Oh, Chris Court says drink if we say who she looks like. That's a game they play on Daily Dose of Donna every day. It's so funny. Anyways, what else? Oh, then they talk about Boston being like a racist city, which I've never heard of, but Pej is very adamant. And he called her his girlfriend, so I don't think they're on again, off again anymore. He talked about his girlfriend and how she lives and works in New York City. I think she's going to be a doctor. And basically he dogs the food of Boston. He says the weather is nice, but he says it's a very racist city. And Doug was like, oh, I didn't know that. I went to school outside of Boston. He was like, well, basically like you're a white Jewish man. You're not going to have the same experience as a person with my skin color. So never been to Boston, didn't know anything about it, but who knows? Candace, yes, Candace Burr. What's her name? Candace Burson, something like that. You're glowing so fast. Growing. Ooh, Christy says, how are you going to do your hair for the premiere? I don't know. But my dress, I will tell you, is a one shoulder. So one shoulder and then the other shoulder is off. So I think my hair is going to be up of some sort. Feel free to send me pictures of. I need to give some ideas of to the hair person for sure. I did send him my dress to give him an idea what my dress looks like. Anyways, Candace Cameron Burr is her name. That's right. Ooh, do the tendrils again. Yeah. Anyways, well, we are going to get out again. If you're normally on TikTok Live, it was my error, user error. I didn't have my iPad charged. Make sure you're following me. If you want all the insight, the behind the scenes, the early scoop, make sure to join my Instagram subscriber. It's $4.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. I will go live during some special events like next or this. Oh my God, it's this Wednesday. In 2 days, I will be at the season 2 premiere party. Oh my God, in LA. Okay. It's all happening so fast. But I will, put up extra content and stuff. So please join that. If you love it, share with other people in the mean Facebook groups, on the mean Reddit, tell them it's really good content, what have you. And I will also be back on TikTok tomorrow because I will charge my iPad, but I won't be on TikTok December 6th and December 7th because I'm not going to hassle. I'm just going to bring my computer and my iPad to go live everywhere else on Wednesday and Thursday when I'm traveling in LA. So don't count on TikTok for that, but everything else will be normal. Okay. Thank you, Chumpets. Thank you so much for being as excited as I am for all of these amazing things coming up. I can't tell you how excited I am to meet a lot of you at December 21st in LA, or West Hollywood, I should say, at the Jeff Lewis Live show. So I cannot wait for that. But everything else, I will make you feel as if you were alongside with me. So make sure you're following me on Instagram because that's the easiest place for me to put up the content. And of course, I'll put up some extra special stuff on my subscriber thing. So anyways, bye, Chumpets.